guys. I've never made a video before, but coming up in the new year, I would like to go on a little journey and try to. I think my goal for the new year, if you want to call it a New Year's resolution, is to really branch outside of what I would normally limit myself to. So I guess um, really become aware of when I'm limiting myself and to just sort of break free of that. Um, I've been a single mom for 13 years, and it gets tough sometimes financially, and I tend to always do the same things over and over. Like it is the definition of insanity, really, what I tend to do. The three things have always been waitressing, cleaning people's homes for cash, and aesthetics. I am an esthetician. However, my body is pretty broken from doing that for so long, and I recently had to throw in the towel. I've bounced back and forth. The last time I left, I was just completely done. My body was done, and I do experience a lot of chronic pain. So, anyways, long story short, I actually did have to make a decision a couple of weeks ago to not ever go. I told some of my friends, I'm like, if I ever say that I'm going back to aesthetics, please just slap me or something. Um, so, anyways, yeah, limitations have been a really big part of my life, and it's mostly because I've been way too insecure and scared. It's very fear based. All of my insecurities are fear based. Um, and I really want to push through that coming up in this year and just for the new decade. You know, tonight is the last new moon of this decade, and I've heard, I don't know a whole lot about astrology and the moon cycles. I try to pay a little bit of attention and pick up a little bit here and there and everywhere, and it does fascinate me, and I do definitely gravitate towards I guess little spiritual practices like that. But tonight, with this really nice energy of this new moon, I would like to invite anyone who's watching to just kind of soak it up and really set an intention for the year. I know New Year's Eve is coming, but tonight almost feels a little bit more powerful when it comes to the energy that I'm personally experiencing. Um, I got sober just over a year ago. I'm a recovered alcoholic, and so I do things like this now on Saturday night, and that's not to say that, oh, poor me. This is my Saturday night with this face mask on and about to sit down and watch The Witcher and eat guacamole and chips. I'm so grateful that that's what I do these days on a Saturday night, and I'm actually comfortable with it. I went out for pho by myself earlier tonight, and I sat there thinking. I remember in the first couple of months of my sober my sober life, I had to force myself to do these things. Like I'd sit down and be like, okay, I'm gonna paint my nails, and then I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do that, and I had to map it all out, right down to when I'd be in bed at night reading my book. And yeah, it was super cozy, and yeah, I was actually enjoying myself, but it was a fake it till I made it sort of process. And I'm just so grateful to be where I am tonight in this journey, and to not even have to think twice about it. And these sort of self-care nights flow a little bit more naturally into my life. I don't have to force it. So yeah, moving into the new year, I just really like to become a little bit more aware of when I'm limiting myself. I'd really like to manifest with this energy tonight of the new moon. Pushing through my limitations. I'd like to see myself doing something a little bit more, maybe not necessarily career oriented, but just something that's a little bit outside of my comfort zone. And there's there's tons of things that I've done this year that have been incredibly outside of my comfort zone, and this being one of them. So anyways, with that, if you're watching the video, maybe just think that that's maybe something that you could become aware of this year too, in this coming new year. Just the awareness towards where you're limiting yourself, and an awareness when it comes to personal growth, like I was saying, just personal growth and being okay with being alone on a Saturday night, watching your favorite show on Netflix, and just really, truly, thoroughly enjoying your own company. It's not easy. It's not easy for a lot of us. It can be lonely out there, especially when we're doing things to sort of abuse ourselves and keep ourselves down. So with that, have a great evening, everyone. Happy new moon.